So back in June of 2018, Panic at the Disco, or should I say, Brendon Urie released another studio album titled Pray for the Wicked, and it had hit songs like Say Amen Saturday Night, Hey Look Ma, I Made It, and High Hopes that were attached to it that are still getting airplay to this day, 3 years later. But after some things that happened in 2019, Brendon Urie's kind of been stagnant and nowhere to be found anywhere. And it's leading me to wonder, does this mean that Panic at the Disco is over? Is Brendon Urie not focused on Panic anymore? Is he focused on other things? Well, I'm here to tell you about that right now. So yes, the last thing musically that Brendon Urie did was Into the Unknown for the Frozen soundtrack, along with the Greatest Showman soundtrack, where he did the title track to the movie. And in 2019, he also started his own Twitch account to kind of talk to fans more, interact with them, and just play games, like a Twitch streamer does. And he would do some interesting things. He would also kind of do the Mike Shinoda thing, where it's like, I'm working on this. He even did this metal song that he had. And then he also defended Hayley Williams after someone said they were going to cancel her for no reason.
Wait, people are trying to cancel Hayley for Misery Business? Why? Oh my god, if that's real, you fucking suck. If you're on the side of trying to cancel Hayley because of Misery Business, I don't even know the reason or the backstory why. For a song, go fuck yourself. Go melt, you little snowflake. Oh, that frustrates me. Like, fucking cancel, whatever, dude. Do what you will to me. You start messing with people that are my friends, bro, it's over.
And then he just sort of got quiet. He did that collab with Taylor Swift in April of 2019, and then just really didn't speak a lot on his Instagram account. There really is only one thing that he has posted since that April of 2019, which was back in June of last year when the whole George Floyd incident took place. He took this long statement that he was going to read, and then on June 23rd of 2020, he made a tweet where he basically told the Trump campaign to not use High Hopes as one of Trump's campaign songs, because that is not what Panic at the Disco stands for, or at least that's not what the band stands for in this way. And since then, his Twitter and his Instagram have been dark. Nothing has happened on them. I don't even think he's done Instagram Live, and from what I've seen, he hasn't been on Twitch aside from these couple of clips that he did with his buddy.
Brendon, that's more than a shot, my guy. What are you doing? Brendon, that's so much more than a shot, my guy. What are you doing? that was a solid one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was fucking solid.
You good, bro?
And it's leading me to wonder, what is going on? Is like it's been 3 years since Panic at the Disco's released a record, and they're usually quick. They've taken no longer than 3 years to release a record before. And it's not like Brendon Urie's been teasing anything. He's just kind of been quiet. Like, usually when someone takes a break from social media, they're still somewhat active on it. They may tease some things, or like, here's some merch with this and that. But literally, he's been gone, and nobody's heard from him. Nobody has said anything about this. Like, it's weird that nobody's realized that he's been gone this long, and that Panic at the Disco is due to make another record at, like, any point in time. And I get it, too. He also did the whole musical with Kinky Boots, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're stuck at home. Musicians can't tour. So you would figure that he is working on a new album. Again, that is not confirmed. I don't know, because again, we're given nothing at this point. And it's just kind of weird that a guy who's usually quick with things and, likes to make music and is quick with follow-ups just decided to stop. A lot of people might think maybe he's taking a hiatus. Maybe he does need a break now that this is a solo thing for him. And yes, that could be the case, but you would think he would have announced that, because mostly when bands take hiatuses, they at least let you know that, hey, this is going to be the first time for a while that we're going to be posting anything because we're going to be gone for a little bit. He just sort of up and left with no question, and again, ditched Twitch, ditched Instagram, ditched Twitter, and has really not spoken in any interviews to say the least, and no Panic at the Disco since late 2019 with that Frozen cover. It's leading me to believe that maybe Panic at the Disco isn't a thing anymore. Again, don't quote me on that, but that could be the other reason other than hiatus. Again, maybe he is working on something and he just wants to keep absolute quiet about it until he is done. But for the most part, it just caught my eye. Like, he's been gone since June of 2020, and literally nobody is talking about this. Nobody is like, hey, Brendon Urie, where you at? Like, he just is just, like, off the face of the earth. It's just like, can we get some hint as to what's going on? I don't even care if you're not making a new album. I just want to know if you're okay, your family's okay. I want to know at least the future of Panic and what's going to happen with that, because in the end we're just kind of left in the dark, and usually he's more outgoing with his fans and letting them know what's happening and what's going on. But this was just kind of unusual, and I felt like I should talk about it a little bit, because aside from those events that I showed and him having a Twitch for most of 2019 and some of last year, he's just kind of disappeared and hasn't returned. There's been no big announcement of anything, no nothing. It's just kind of been like, oh, yeah, bye, I'm gone, and that's that, leaving us to believe, or at least leading us to go, what's going on? Can we get something from you so that way we know that everything's okay and that you still plan on doing Panic at the Disco? It's just weird that he's this quiet, because he usually never is, and it's just weird that it's been this long since Panic has released Dark. I know it's only been 3 years and that's the average they take time in, but there's just no signs of anything going on, and that's what worries me about this situation. But yeah, that's basically it. If you have more information that maybe you found, you can tell me in the comments below, like, what's going on here. I doubt that any of you personally know Brendon Urie, but, like, maybe you've seen something that I didn't. Maybe there's a Reddit page that somebody's like, this is what he's doing, or this is what Panic's future looks like. Because in the end, finding research where I was just trying to figure out what was going on with Panic at the Disco and where Brendon Urie was at, I couldn't find a whole lot. So this is just what I have to go off of. But until then, stay safe out there, wear your mask, and I will catch you all in the next one.